Here we are back for the new cosmic exploration for patch 7.51. We're going to be unlocking the latest planet. Let's talk to Searching Way. The Forests of Paradise. So yeah, a little bit, basically like, I suppose a little bit of a recap for the cosmic exploration is basically like the Voyagers, who were the people that were here and were using mining on this planet. We learned that they had ended up fleeing and using like gravity or whatever to launch themselves back to what we assumed to be their star, and we managed to you know, cipher through their records that are stored in like these crystals and stuff like that to get this map to what to where their planet or whatever the heckaroonie is. It was also kind of implied that because they had been using the gravity like travel and stuff like that, they had maybe possibly fucked up Auxesia's gravity by traveling here so many times. and whatever heckaroonie. So now we're going to be following the path of these people that had set up the base here, whatever, to see what had become of them and their star. And so that's where we're heading off to next, the planet of the Voyagers. All right. The Forest of Paradise. Though subtlety has never been Searching Way's strong suit, today he's vibrating at a frequency that suggests he's fit to bursting with news. All right. What gave me away this time? The restless fidgeting, I suppose? Seeing you in that state, I can only assume one thing. Indeed. Owing to the tireless efforts of our research team, our next coordinates are set. Huzzah. After careful analysis of the Voyager's navigational chart, we've determined that our next destination shall be EG-19. Not named yet. Naming Way needs to give it to Monica. Arg, I knew it was coming, and still it grates my poor ears. I should amend that insipid designation at once. Listen to it, just letters and numbers, I agree, Naming Way. By all means, my friend. I'm told that compared to Oasis, the star bears rather more overt traces of the Voyager habitation. In the meantime, we'll refine our understanding of their culture, and if we're lucky, make contact with some living descendants. Well then, whatever are we waiting for? Look at these two cuties. Come along, Kelvin. We set forth onto a new frontier for the Cosmic Exploration Initiative. All right, let's go. New frontier. There's no telling what awaits us on EG-19, but with the tools we now have at our disposal, I know we'll find something incredible. Once we've all made ready, I shall summon the good Captain Cruising Way and have her bring us aboard. Oh, Cruising Way has the her designation. Okay. Loprites are by default genderless, but some of them choose to take on a gender. Is the idea. Also, hold on a second. I forgot I usually turn up this volume a little bit more when we're doing story stuff. All right. Searching Way. The Voyagers charted this course, and I'm keen to follow it. Naming Way. A raid? Hi, Squidden! How did the raiding go? Thank you so much for sending some raids my way. We're gonna probably be ending after we're done here unlocking Cosmic Exploration. We're just doing this at the tail end of the stream, so... But yeah, thank you so much for sending some raiders my way. Hi, raiders. My name is Lunalight. I must play Final Fantasy XIV, also a little bit of Overwatch on support. And yeah, occasionally some other things like Honkai Star Rail that we've been making our way through the story for. Yeah, welcome on in, welcome on in. We're about to unlock the new planet. The new Ultimate is super fun? Hell yeah! I'm glad you've been enjoying it. Did you guys make it through phase 1, or were you still chipped away at it? I know most people on the world race are like stuck on phase 2. It seems like a fun time. Definitely very interesting. I look forward to looking at more of the world race. I don't know how they're doing right now. Yeah, glad to hear you were having fun. You got TC and Rage, but people figured out the puzzle in P1, so a little bit of relearning. Right. Yeah, because it definitely seemed like there was the Nobody was telling me earlier about the false victory. If you defeat phase 2 without having to do whatever the puzzle is in phase 1. It says like you've completed it, yay, but then the treasure chest is fake and you just get booted out. Most of your parties today had a lot of freshness, so pretty chill. Hell yeah. But yeah, glad you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for sending some raiders my way. But yeah, let's continue here with unlocking the next cosmic exploration planet. All right, naming my. From Atheris to the moon to Faina to Oasis, I can scarcely imagine where this journey shall take us next. All right, cruising way, take us away. We meet again, Gelwin. It's a pleasure to be your captain. Wink. All right. It's a pleasure to be your captain. Audible wink. All right, screenshot. Tell me, darling, are you prepared to heat things up? On the ship, right? On the ship. Yeah, no, 100%. All right, let's go. TG19 then, make yourself comfortable and enjoy the ride. On the ship. All right. Naming way so excited. All passengers ready and willing. Consent is important. For better or worse, our destination is teeming with ether. There's no telling what's arisen from that primordial boon. So we should exercise all due caution. All right. Out an engine output the anti-gravity thrusters. Ignition and liftoff. Aligning with stellar currents. Coordinates set to EG-19. Galactic way. Engage. Oh, all right, there it is. Screenshots. Cosmo Hopper disengaged. Smooth as carrot juice, when you say. Breathtaking. Oh ho ho, here we are. Lots of greenery, but all sort of like ruins. Near the whole of the star is covered in trees, and amid them, a metropolis. More than a subtle hint of habitation indeed. Whole planet, all trees. Would that I could trace the voyagers' footsteps to learn of the lives they led under those verdant canopies. Or even what they looked like. I know not what they named this realm of eternal spring, but we shall call it... Auxesia. Maybe that's how you pronounce that. Hold on. Let's look this up real quick. Usually they've had like Greek name meanings. I forgot what this one means. Auxesia? Auxesia? Greek mythology, the goddess who grants growth and prosperity to the fields. Sometimes distinct and sometimes an epithet of the goddess Persephone. Her name in Greek, her name is the Greek word for increase. Okay. She's often associated with similar goddess Damia. As a pair together similar to the pair of Demeter and Persephone. Okay. So it grants growth and prosperity to the fields. Easia? Auxesia? Wait, this has a pronunciation thing. Hold on. Alright, hold on. We got a pronunciation guide. Video. Let's listen to this. Does it say
Auxesia.
it? Whoa, 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 hold on. What was that?
Auxesia.
Auxesia?
Do we?
Hold on.
Auxesia. Auxesia.
Auxesia. Alright, 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 alright. Auxesia. Big on that E sound. Alright, here we are. This area over here seems very like more like, I don't know if it's just the color of the trees is different, but that reads as like mold or like fungi or like death. Alright, hold on. Oh. Alright, alright, we got some adventurous type music. Oh my god, it's got vocals. Oh, I love it. Definitely more fitting than the Oasis music was. The Oasis music was like, you know, it grows on you eventually, but like when you first dropped on the planet, there was just like such pain. It's felt on this planet, it's horrible. And then we get down there, it's like we're just like, what the heck? Whew, that was beautiful. All right, nice. I love it. So far, it's all the music has all been really great. Oasis was a little bit of a like the music itself was fine, but it was a little bit of miss I think for what could have been the planetary music. But this is nice. Faina's one was the most surprising in terms of how it sounded pretty awesome. Genova's packed with crafters, man. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. All right. Let's see. Naming way. No two descents ever feel quite the same, do they? Oh, I eagerly await my chance to explore. All right, searching way. The sounds of all the crafters, man, I can only imagine. Ding, 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 bang, bang, bang. Though that is probably over here day one, too. There's a lot of them if you're in the middle of the pack. The middle of the pack of crafters. All right. Searching way. Here we are at EG-19, henceforth to be known as Auxesia. As you can see, we've constructed our cosmos port in the heartwood of the ruins. From the looks of it, some generation of voyagers may have used this area for the very same purpose. Oh, and we have our project lead person here again, Delise. Excellent. I was waiting for you lot to come and grant this star a proper name. Well met, Delise. Hard at work already, I hear. And that work will proceed all the more swiftly for Kelvin's presence. As before, I'm to lead the research team here in Auxesia. I expect we'll cross paths on the expeditions ahead. And this was a new character that got introduced to us on Oasis. What news from your preliminary surveys? We learned more about her in some of the epilogue side questing. Through liberal use of pruning shears, we've uncovered urban ruins with arcane architecture, unlike art recorded thus far. Yeah, when we were learning about the Voyagers, they said they said the architecture that they had in Oasis was like they grew it out of the ground, like it was made of the rock itself. That's the same as the ground. So, all right, interesting. Whereas the structures on Oasis were built through the simple repositioning of stone, these were all but sculpted from flora. Okay. You heard the theory that this star could be the Voyager's homeland. Well, having seen its sophistication myself, I may well have to subscribe. So we think this is their homeland. Yeah, the city appears to have been abandoned for quite some time. We've seen not to bolster our hopes that descendants of those who left Oasis remain. Did they die out? Or is there yet more of this tale than meets the eye? Yeah, did they perhaps flee? From the final days, like we were gonna flee? Or, like, did the final days get them? Or, like, what happened? If Oasis and its Hedra are any indication, our answers await deep in the ruins. Oh, the Hedra is in the crystals where the information was stored. Like as not. But have care when exploring. Whatever magic maintains this city is still active in some form. Okay, interesting. Alright. The periodical petal showers, for instance, appear to accelerate decomposition by means of greater microbial activity, thereby separating foreign matter from that more easily incorporated into the sediment. Okay. Bolsters decomposition? Oh, given our nature, I'd imagine we loporits fall into the foreign matter category? I should hate to be, separated in a more forceful fashion. I wander with the utmost caution and be sure to report any hints you discover as to the Voyager's fate. There remains a multitude of possibilities to explore, and I shan't rest ere we reach a satisfactory conclusion. No, Delise, you must rest. That was in the side questing. Work-life balance. Make sure you're taking rest. I dare say there are no fewer missions ahead of you, Kelvin. But do remember to check your exo tablet for progress reports. And my message is, lest I send command and way to fetch you directly. Now then, duty calls. Likewise, I spy no shortage of nameless novelties. I'll see you anon, Kelvin. Best of luck naming way. Godspeed on the naming venture. Be safe out there. All right, there we go. Looks like we already got some of the little, like, pathways running on whatever ass level Zalera has gone to. You now explore Auxesia. Check your exo tablet for the latest information on how to further blah blah blah, etc. Yes. All right. They're constructing the energization and hydrification stations. All right. The Auxesia credits. Nice green. Oh, so pretty. I have a great fondness for green environments. They're my favorites. It's why I like Raktika Greatwood and like Cosmoka are two of my favorite like zones visually. I'm a sucker for the forest, so this is going to be my favorite planet by far. Plus, the music is glorious. Oh my God, is that the actual Damel out in the physical world? Have you come to meet the interstellar Damel? They're lovely creatures. Interstellar Damel. How distinguished, how imposing, how adorable. Given their size, though, they can be quite dangerous, or something rather. I'm afraid duty calls, but well, I'm gone. I know, I won't touch, I give my word. Oh, this is the continued saga of these two. This is the Lopper that kept touching and fiddling with the mechs or whatever have you like that. This time it's the freaking Damels. But I didn't say I wouldn't ride. Bending the rules. Yes, I won't touch. Lies. How would you ride without touching? Alright, look at all these crafters going. First, we must fill our stomachs. Just a Lopper eating a white carrot right over there. Even though they have what? Look at these little rocks and stuff that we got everywhere here. Nice. All right, let's see where let's look for the. Here we go. Infrastructure. Already on level 3. All right, level 1. It is with great joy and humility that I, the ever-diligent reporting way, once again pen the ventures of our crew on yet another brave frontier, Auxesia. The destination proved a most fortuitous discovery made possible by the voyagers who came before us. As you well know, our efforts on Oasis culminated with the restoration of the crystalline structure, the Euhedron. The great toil and hardship poured into its repairs was rewarded with a navigational chart leading to this very star. The harsh environs of Oasis seem all the more barren in comparison to the lush botanical beauty here. Beneath all that forest greenery, what should we find but sprawling ruins? Could it be that we have followed course to the Voyager's homeland? We certainly mean to find out, and our quest for answers begins with the Timber Lodge. Oh, is that where this is? Ah, the Timber Lodge. And we have the Sprouting Towerling, Netroot Radius, Timber Pond, Highwood Estates, Scrambling Ways, Orchid Delirium, Pilus Pergola, New Growth City, Blossoming Way Beds. Alright, we'll have to go around here too in the Sylvan Stacks. Alright. Let's view the video log. Fighter with the surprise lahi. I guess I did mention Raktika. Oh, look at that. Something crashed over there. Was there trees in the middle of this place and we ended up getting... Alright, next one. Homegrown homes. Habitation modules are complete and we have gained much needed foothold on Auxesia as work begins in earnest. Wishing to respect the architectures of our Voyager predecessors, we carefully incorporated timber treated with a fire-resistant coating. Practical, efficient, and most importantly, minimizes our impact on the environment. It would appear the Voyagers used gargantuan trees here to create cityscapes, their magics rendering the canopies into flattened canvases. Oh, interesting. All right. The result is a veritable bouquet of structures and facilities that will presumably suit their everyday needs. And beneath this treetop framework, there is still yet space for domiciles. It's fascinating to think that, much like Oasis, such wonders could be built without the use of conventional tools. So this was these little housing areas that have all the greenery. Like green roofs. And the music is epic. All right, and then the third one. Cosmoliners branching out. The Cosmoliner now reaches from Timber Pond to the entirety of the Emerald Nervure. From what we can ascertain, there was once a vast transportation network comprised of both physical roads and ethereal streams, connecting the central city to the surrounding regions, all in ethereal streams. Analysis of the currents has allowed us to erect stations along the paths we believe were utilized by the Voyagers, yet another energy-saving strategy that aids in preserving the natural beauty of these lands. Even so, that our best efforts yet struggle to match the precedent set before us is testament to their prowess. Now that we may freely travel anywhere and everywhere throughout the region, what other secrets might we uncover? Genova's already on the next deck. People do be crafting, I imagine so. Ether usually outpaces. It's the fastest one. And then Crystal and Primal are usually a little bit behind afterwards. Alright, let's take a look around. Probably won't be doing any like specific grind today. But like I said, I'm still catching up with the I'm on the first stage of the Oasis levels because, you know, I've just been taking it slow. And I've fallen a bit behind in terms of the gatherers I've been trying to keep up with, but I'll get there eventually. All right, we got these are the domiciles. This carrot jam is phenomenal. I honestly don't know how I ever lived without it. Carrot jam. At least they're branching out from the bread. Your Archon loaf? Nope, not going in there. And then a fluorescence just stirred up out of nowhere. Oh, it must have been quite the sight. Oh my god, look at this. The Loppert and the Lalafell sharing the same chair. They're like, the Lopperts and Lalafells are the same size. It's so cute. Look at them. Cutie patooties. How's the new tablet of yours? Having a little trouble finding it, in truth. I told you to turn the tracking feature on. Look, oh my god, growth fellows. Their meals are expanding beyond Archon Loaf. An actual sandwich? For my Charlates? Oh, no more Archon Loaf snore. Oh no, he's still having nightmares about Archon Loaf though. Cool. Let's see if there's any other cute little NPC interactions around here. Any news about those upgrades I requested? As I heard, work was well underway. How much is due with the next shipment? I'll take a quick look. Oh, look at this guy in the full red thing. Oh, this was the kind of the hat and outfit that we saw somebody wearing earlier that they were using to make them look like a friggin' takeout order person. This is the new set from here, I guess, then. Looks good. Gives a very, like, mechanic, sorry, kind of vibe. Let's see where the rewards are. Of course, probably won't be able to find any of the people amidst all of this bullshit. This star's nothing like Oasis. I can scarcely imagine what it's like outside the base. My first priority should be to understand the local climate. Yeah, look at these guys. Alright, credit exchange. Let's see what we got. It's the original Star set, and then Cosmic Explorer. Hold on. Save outfit. Oh, it's got a hood and a little backpack. My goodness. How does this die? Let's use bright colors so that we can see. Okay, this is the top part of it, so the part that goes white, and then this part. Okay, the middle section, but it does get rid of that cool orange and yellow. It just becomes a lighter shade of the same color. So probably if we were to go with like the red. Vibrancy. Unfortunately, our ponytail clips right through the back, but of all of the more modern glams, I don't know, I like the colors on this one. You can make it real vibrant. Or you can make it like more muted to taste. I feel like you can do a lot of stuff with this one. I like that with like this sort of like camo green and the black. This is a good one. This is a good one. All right, let's see. And then we got the pants. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Or you could have the tights with the shorts. If you wanted the more feminine look, and then shoes. All right, all right, all right. So that's the new one of those ones. I'll probably end up picking up that jacket. And then let's see. Excavating vacuum sent to security identification. Now I have been saving my my Cosmo credits. Got Cosmic Growth Framers Kit as well. Ooh. I don't know what the mount looks like. Oh, then we have some housing items. Shady Cosmo Shelter. Auxesian Waygate. Auxesian Waylight. Okay, I'll be interested to see what those look like. Did they not add another orchestrion? Because this would be a fun one I definitely want to have in my house. It might be something you win off the roll, off of the Gambas. And then there's also another Cosmic Armored Weapon Beta card. There's another Triple Triad card. I definitely want to see what the Framers Kit is like. Let me look up what the mount is. Obviously, I'll get them both eventually, but which one do we get now? Oh, okay. It's one of the mechs again, but this time in deep blue. But this time in deep blue. All right, let me see. Also, hey, again, Nobu. One of the what? One of the mechs. You know, one of one of these things, but this time in deep blue is the new mount from here. I heard you say one of the Mexicans. I mean, that was a little bit longer than what I said, but yeah, no, I said one of the mechs. Not quite, but I saw how you maybe got there. All right, let's pick up the Framers Kit though. I want to see what it looks like. Cosmic Growth Framers Kit. It's like 3,000 credits off from also picking up the mount though, because like I said, I was saving my credits. I didn't have anything more that I needed to buy for the other ones anyway, so I might as well have. All right. Oh, we got thingy bib. Let's go buy a oh wait, I can't. I don't have enough Auxesia credits. I say I can't do the mech missions yet. Alright, man, listen to the ting tang tang, ting 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 of all the crafters out here, my goodness. Alright, let me see. Let's observe. We got portrait element, background frame accent, so let's see this one. Man, the music here is so great. Epic. Alright. Goes a little hard. goes a little hard though if we're gonna be hanging on repeat, but I do like the vocals that it had in it too. Here we go. Archaea Harmonias. Okay, kind of basic. Not a lot of trees. No, wait, this isn't the right one. Nope, that's for the PvP. Sorry, I saw Archaea and I was just like, name that starts with A. That's not the right one. Where are we? No, that's the city ones. This is where I wish there was a sort feature, because this is starting to get freaking long. I'll find them. Hold on. Where's the cosmic exploration ones? Oh, here we go. Cosmic exploration growth. Here we are. There we go. That's more like it. Nice. It's got the sort of big tree thing in the background. A lot of bright green at the front. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Alright. It's about the PV. That's pretty. It's like a little archway. Alright, and then the... Oh, it's like a poof of petals at the bottom. Alright, alright, alright. Currently we have the Cloud 9 frame. But let's see what it would look like with growth. Oh no, I think it covers the flowers, which I do like. Having all the flowers and stuff like that, so maybe not. We'll stick with what we have. And these extra pink flowers are the accent, so I think I like that one the way it is. But let's look over other portraits here real quick. Do 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 do. I'm a sucker for cool portrait stuff, and this the green is what I've been wanting. Hopefully the portrait, it comes with a portrait sorry, venture plate background, because I've been waiting for a cool background that has a lot of greenery in it for a while. For a while. Alright, hold on. Cosmic growth. I don't know if it pairs well with the lanterns. I kind of like what we have going on here. We're gonna figure out even this one. Do do do. Here we are, growth. It needs a specific. It's got a little bit more forward than I have the rest of the stuff. Maybe I'll find a cool thing to do with red mage, because right now the red mage is just like my white mage one. So this one's got already the nice green little archway there on its own. I don't think this one would work because our bard is already pretty close up in that one. This one, I don't know if this was the Archaea Harmonias, the newest PvP one that we picked up here with the frames on the side with this one. It doesn't quite carry the same vibe. But it doesn't look too bad with the little banners. I like what we're doing with some of these other ones. This one, I mean, this is an accent with the vines, so it'd be extra vines if we did it with this framer, the growth thing. Vines for days. I like that. But maybe not for our dragoon. Maybe, hold on. Let me see. Let me go back to the Heaven's Heresy for the dragoon one. It's got the spears and stuff. And then let's do on red mage with the vines and stuff. So that was... Let me see. Let's do cosmic growth on this background. Well, the Pilgrim's Traverse background is actually very nice. We'll try it afterwards. And then growth and the vines for oh, also nobody said it earlier. I think you said something like the mechs again. Ah, that would make even more sense. Yeah, I said it's one of the mechs again. Yeah. No, I know. You know what? I understand exactly how you got there. All right, I don't know about that accent for the flowers. We'll have to see what accent we want to do, but oh no, wait, no, we already know what accent we're gonna do. I was looking for it. Gosh darn it. The flower accent is a bit, it's got like the pink at the bottom. Hold on. Cloud, no, shoot, that was the frame. But I do want that for the accent. I accidentally clicked the frame though, hold on. No, that's not what I want. What was the one with the vines? We should have been paying more attention to it. It wasn't Archaea Harmonia, but it was an accent, wasn't it? It was a Cloud9 Ivy. There we go, the Cloud9 one. Okay. And then the frame. There we go. The idea is getting there. And then maybe we move off the Pilgrim's Traverse background and go with the green. Green for days. Oh yeah, I remember why I changed the pose on that one. Because I can't see. Maybe this one would work better with... Maybe I go back to the other one and I put this one on our white mage because this is a lot of like green and stuff. Oh, hey Biz. Hello, welcome. Sorry guys, I've gotten lost in the framers kits. We'll go exploring in the rest of the area after this. But Busy said, Luna Super Honka Sterlo started one of the most banger of stories and left on a cliffhanger. Now I need to wait for next patch. Oh no, ma'am. Aye, that's the way. That's the way. Of course they leave you on a cliffhanger. Keep you invested. So that's one of the unfortunate things of playing things patch to patch is that you're left waiting to see where the story goes, as opposed to like playing it all at once, I guess. Yeah, hopefully it won't be away for too long, and if it is, I hope the time passes quickly. All right. All right, I didn't want the growth. We wanted the Cloud9. We got the Cloud9 Ivy. And then the frame is the growth. The cosmic growth. There we go. I can maybe do a different emote here, but I'm not sure what. So we'll leave that one for now and I'll toy with the emotes later, but it's great. Nice. And then our red mage has the more unique theme, bibs or whatever. I like the greenery. Yeah, we were looking at a thing of it earlier with the funny end. He did also link the video, so we got to see the chest go poof and whatever have you. So I didn't get to hear the dialogue Kefka says very well. All right, now that we've gotten the framers kit. Oh right, hold on, there was the rest of the framers kit. Gasp! Hold on, guys, I got too lost in the portraits. I forgot. There's the adventure plate stuff. You thought we were done with the framers kits? We're never done with the framers kits. All right, hold on. We got base plate, backing, top border, plate frame, and accent. All right. Come on, show me a good green one. Damn it. I was really hoping it would be a cool like greenery thingy bob here, but it's just a little bit of the background of one of the trees and it's so white. Gosh darn, still waiting on a really good background with a lot of greenery on it. Right now we're using the starry background because I do like that. But there's none really that has like nice green that I've sort of set up for the rest of the borders of everything. All right, let's go look at the other stuff then. Backing. Oh. Floating like crystal like tablet stuff? Looks pretty alright. I think that could go hard with a very crystal theme. There's like the crystal tower framer kits that have a lot of like the crystal tower stuff. I think that would look awesome. It doesn't go with what I currently have, but there is definitely something very cool to be done with that, I think. If people want to go the crystalline vibe. Maybe I'll take a gander at it at a later point in time, but... because there is some pretty cool ones for sure. Like this, the tower and the crystal. Or like, where is this one? Exarchic Tower, like this again. The very crystal tower theme. Could definitely do it. All right. And then we also have top border. Here we go, cosmic growth. All right, so sort of like the techie vibe of the cosmic exploration. And then plate frame. Oh, that's kind of nice. It's a little bit kind of sort of like overgrown ruins type of thing. Let me take down the portrait, the top border. Okay, okay, and the bottom border so we can see the frame a little bit better. There we go. Sort of have the vines coming along the bottom. Like the window along the top. So if you're looking for a little bit of greenery in your high-tech stuff, that's a nice vibe. That's a nice vibe. And then lastly, the accent. Oh, like little, is this one of the Voyagers, like a little drone, I guess? Okay. So nothing really that we use on this one, but I did like the other, we did update with the other portrait elements. I was really hoping that the base plate would be, like the background base plate here would be a nice green one. Because I've been waiting, but the starry one will have to do. There've been a lot of great framers kits recently. The ones with gosh, the ones with, let me check to see. Oh no, you know what? I think there was another one with this one. Oh yeah, no, it was the plate frame, not the portrait frame. There was like the portrait frame border. Right now we have the one from Tuliolo because I like sort of like the feathery look at the bottom here, and like the feathers over here on like the top of the pillars. But there's also the one that we got recently from the Alliance raid, which is Echoes of Windhurst. It's got the cool like plants and flowers around it. Which is covered a little bit by the accent that we have with the red flowers, but there we go. Looks very nice. I was saying if I ever got a green border, I might end up using this one instead and ditch the accent thing, but I like what we have so far. All right, exploring time. We gotta also go pick up the other Ethernet things or whatever. Yeah, so far, the new planet is entirely my vibe. Oh my god, look, we got little roads and stuff like that. My god, it's Garlemald. It's just like, guys, what if Garlemald knew colors? Ooh, look. Got little, like, hovercraft kind of vibe cars. There's their little drones. I wonder if we're gonna figure out what a Voyager looked like. Ooh, I like how you can go under as well. This is what all these crisscrosses are all about. Oh, look at it. Like all the trees coming down from like way below. Like we're like high in the canopies. Oh, look at this. Got symbols and stuff on them. Cool. Oh, it's a pond. Can't swim in it though. That's cool. That's probably a fishing area in it. I like that. It's nice. Wonder why it's surrounded by these pools or whatever. Looks deep as fuck. Bringing water up, I guess. One of the more closed vehicle with actual wheels. Can you go in here? No. I will try though. What is the lore of this planet? So this is Naming Way has called it Auxesia, which is apparently, as all of the planets that Naming Way has named so far, it's based in Greek mythology, and it's a goddess that of like fertility of the fields and stuff. So like a bountiful goddess of agriculture, and basically, like in the last planet, Auxesia, we learned that there were some ruins on the planet that belonged to another race that seemed to have been also like not from that star, and we're exploring the cosmos, and it was just ruins from that race, and investigating the technology they left behind and some of the records they had in crystals that throughout the course of the story on the planet we ended up putting together. We found a star map that led back to here. And so this is apparently the planet, assumedly the planet that these, what the people were calling, what the Loperts called the Voyagers, where they originally came from. And so we've come here to sort of ascertain, like, you know, what happened to them. And so we found these ruins. All we know about them is that apparently, like, a lot of these structures are grown like straight, like are from trees. Like they just like grow these structures straight out of the trees and stuff like that. And when we found their structures in Oasis, they basically grew the structure straight out of the rock. So they like shaped the rock and whatever have you. And so we're here following that star map from the Voyagers. Now the Voyagers had been like using, I think, Oasis as a mining planet because they were taking minerals and stuff from it. Yeah, and we're gonna, as we, you know, like continue to advance it, we'll learn a little bit more about it. Though we might not get any solid detail until we unlock the full thing and get the post epilogue quests. All right, let's see. Let's go down south this way. So right now, all we know is that we haven't encountered, it seems like the place has been abandoned and we don't know what happened to them, whether they died out or abandoned or what. Oh, look, it's a motorcycle. This one is motorcycle-y with a singular ball in the center. I wonder if that's a hover ball or whatever. I'm all right. We can fly across this way via the Cosmo line. Ooh, look at it. Flying through the trees. It's so pretty. Big fan, big fan. All right. This is interesting. White roots and stuff like that here. Sprouting tower. It definitely seems like something has happened. Like this big tower back there. It definitely looks like, I don't know, more... maybe the white is just natural, but that gives off more of a sickly kind of vibe. Like... or maybe like a fungus or some sort of disease or something like that. Considering these plants are green, assumedly they feed off the... Like, white doesn't have, like... Plants that are... white can't photosynthesize because they don't have that the green pigment to like for the light spectrum and whatever have you and stuff like that. I wonder if they're playing off of that. Ooh, look at the like colorful leaf pattern they put on before. That's nice. Because there is such thing as like lack of pigmentation in plants, but most plants that lack pigmentation end up dying before they actually get fully grown because they can't photosynthesize themselves. The only ones that end up surviving are ones that basically feed off the nutrients of nearby plants to grow. So they're kind of like plant vampires in that sense. At least from what I learned. I don't think it's like I said, it's a very rare phenomenon because most of them will just die. That happens sometimes with animals too. Sometimes the coloration of an animal is like very integral, like for camouflage purposes or other things like that. So anything that changes up their pigmentation might result in like very, very soon getting picked off. But for some other things, it doesn't make as much difference, and that's where you see like some cool animals that are either albinos or like I think the word is leucistic, which is it's like albinos, but it's more like instead of like full like you know like white and red eyes and stuff like that, it's more like just a little bit lacking of pigmentation. So some of them will have some pigmentation. And usually, like, it's not as bad as, like, you know, sunlight sensitivity and stuff like that as pure albinism. There's also the other end of the spectrum, which I can't quite remember the name from either, where something will have more pigmentation. Usually leading to, like, darker individuals instead. Oh man, this place is so pretty. Like I said, my new favorite of the cosmic exploration planets for sure. And you know, like just like the zone design team has like hit it out of the park. You know, I look forward to what we're gonna be getting in Evercold if this is gonna be set in a standard. What was that little like? Hold on. There's like just a little like circle up here. Did we see what that was? Let's go back. Oh yeah, I think this road leads up there. Alright, yeah, this was where the little tower was up here. Did we go all the way up here, though? I don't think we did. I think we immediately turned around. I didn't see. I should have opened the map to look at this specific area. Got whatever this is. Is a gas station, do you think? Whatever this is. A bench, perhaps? Ooh, look at that view. Can view our little station. Nice view from above. All right. Let's keep going. We have all the rest of the area to explore as well. And, you know, also pick up the Ethernets. And also pick up the Ethernets. Let's take, since we've already walked out this way, let's take this thing. Back to base. I wonder if we're going to be able to see inside one of the domiciles at some point. Look forward to seeing how this area ends up expanding. All right, let's start south and go north. This way, yes, it's all coming together. Keep it up, everyone. We're almost there. This is where the energization station's going up. Oh, here's Delise. Our next step is to establish the infrastructure most essential to our daily duties. Even locally sourced ether and water must be processed for our safety, after all. I'd hoped to reactivate the Voyager's abandoned devices, but as they appear to function using an as-of-yet unidentified power source... Oh, okay. The energy we generate shall be ours alone. At any rate, my personal laboratory shall be constructed next door, so feel free to stop by if you have need of me. Up and there's naming way. How thrilling. There they go. The energization station's going up. So yeah, I feel like that for this planet, like this is sort of what the entirety of the cosmic exploration stuff was leading up to, because, you know, the first, obviously we started on the moon, and then the first couple planets didn't really have life on it. And, you know, all the stuff has been... All right, let's give our this next dollar up, shall we? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely not, ma'am. The little vacationing one. Oh. I was expecting a vacationer's inspection. Hey, they're bringing the side quest lore from the last one. The vicarious vacationers are to remind the researchers to rest. I love the little Lola leading the little mammoths that are taller than her. Whoa, look at how far down that goes. Wow, we're like at mountain tops at like the top of the canopies. How fucking tall are these trees? Trees fucking ginormous, dude. Yeah, a lot of these sort of like ponds. Oh, there's the crashed area. Can we go up there? No, it looks like we can't, but that definitely looks like something like crashed into it. Hold on, let's go back. When we get closer, we can't see it as well. Either that or something's growing out of it. Maybe there'll be a better area to view it from. Maybe something got out of control. Holy shit. Ah, this is a huge building, goes all the way down. Man, they even you see like some of the different roads on like some of the lower areas too. Is cool. Alright, a mushroom area this time. Hold on, I want to see if there's anything on this little middle island. Oh, there's something. Look, it's these little, oh, this is probably for the mining stuff. Look. Perfectly formed little, like, this sort of pattern. I mean, there's that one, like, natural crystal that sort of has this, like, weird shape to it on Earth. I wonder if these are natural formations, even? They seem a little bit too constructed. Maybe they're, like, constructed or... Oh, I'm stuck. It's pretty interesting, though. It's pretty interesting. They probably took inspiration out looking from that one, like, it's a one, it's a very weird, crystal. Alright, I've made my way back over here, I suppose. Let's see if it's this way. Before we go back. Ooh, look at the archway. So these are probably the lamps that you can, maybe on a smaller scale, that's one of the housing items. I'll definitely have to take a look at it. And maybe this archway is the other one on the lower scale, probably. All right, we got our little central point cosmoliner thing at the very heart of this area. Oh, look how big this tree is with the different glyphs and stuff. I wonder if it's like maybe they're taking that power directly as the power source. Is the unknown power source perhaps? Is the trees with glyphs on them? Interessante. Oh, this is water. Ooh. You think this connected? Like, this looks like maybe it connected to the poles or something like that. Maybe this is like power lines. This is what the power ran through. Oh, and that goes out to the big tree, the dead tree. Look at that thing. So is this the idea of what this looks like from what platforms we're currently on looks like from underneath? It looks like that. Whoa. I see the concept for this shit is amazing. I love it. Along the treetops. Alright, at this point we might as well loop around this way and then loop back. Is this a parking area? Maybe this went down as in transport some of the things down. Like an elevator. Reminds you of a certain golden place. The Dawntrail zone? It has giant trees like that. Yeah, but those ones are more like man-created than these sort of things. Like that one's definitely a tree. But it is true that like the branches ending in sort of like these things does make it look like that fake tree. 1000%. Look at how... Oh, I love what they've done with the colors on these leaves. They gave them the bright, vibrant green, but then also like tipped them in blue. That looks beautiful. Alright, definitely not gonna forget. Oh, look at these weird mushroom things. Out there, somebody doing fishing. Not gonna forget to grab the Ethernet shard from here. Oh, this is like a tiny tree. Growing on another tree, or that they have specifically grown? Oh. Trees on this planet must be motherfucking huge to reach this high up. Considering we can't even see the ground. Pretty. Now we got some littler... They look like... metallic structures, but I guess they're mushrooms. Interesting, interesting. Alright. This area seems to, like, be cut off. Oh, look at this. The bunch of pink trees in this area. Lovely. And tiny, like, more like metallic. They're scattered around like they're mushrooms, but they're also very metallic like the other ones, but circular. This pink area is very nice. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Look, see a bunch of the smaller trees. Do both of these go to the same area? Yes, they both meet up at the same area. Sylvan Stacks. Nope, can't go in there. I wonder if we're going to be able to expand on that area. Sort of looks like... Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We'll be able to go past. Look, you can kind of see past there already. See? Look. I know they totally block you off there, but look at that. Some green or whatever stuff back there. Want to get a better look. I think that other way was as close as I was gonna get. Lots more of the blue crystals. Very like kind of foggy and misty over there. Oh yeah, we're gonna be bulldozing this place down as part of the goals to get to the Sylvan Stacks out this way. There's probably also gonna maybe be something out in this direction that we might expand to, but that's definitely an expansion wave for sure. This part of the map seems unusually empty, but we'll see. All right. And we just need to go look over at the blossoming way beds. And then we'll have done a full exploration. I don't know if we picked up this Ethernet. We have to go back and pick up this one up. Can't wait till Luna finds Green Planet in the Honkai Star Rail. Oh, is there a Green Planet? Hell yeah, I can't wait then. So obviously we're on the first planet. It's the icy planet. The icy planet. All I know is the second planet is kind of like more like a... like Asia Oriental kind of like theme. With like Eastern dragon vibes. That's all I know about the second one. And then I think the current one and the third one are more high-techy. And we've spoken about the fourth one before, unless there was one in between. Because you said that the fourth one, like, Greek god kind of vibe one was gonna be very up my alley. Is that the green one? Nah, you know what? I'll get there when I get there. I'll get there when I get there. I'll be surprised. Because besides like the base notes of like there's also Astropolis, but we don't know when that will be added. Oh, so it's like a planet that you guys have gotten some lore about, but haven't gotten a chance to be there yet. Cool. I like when oh, there's a bunch of those trees, but in some of the smaller ones. Anyway, I think it's smart to start you know, to add little tidbits of lore here and there for the people that are looking for them, so that they can be excited to like speculate or like stuff like that. And that way, when something does get it brought into the lore, people can be like, look, this is the thing that was spoken of before, and get excited about it and the stuff that they know about it and what have you. You know, Final Fantasy is pretty good at doing that, and I like that because it makes the world feel big, and like actually like put together. Like things don't just appear. You know, like it's just like, oh, this is something that we've heard about before, and like people talking about before, or people have been there before, or we've learned of this place. It makes the world feel more integrated with each other instead of just sort of like unnaturally cut off. IPC planet? What I don't know what IPC stands for. Alright, then there's this little green area down here. The Emerald Never. Oh! The Interastral Peace Corporation. Oh, sorry, I wasn't thinking in Honkai Star Rail lore. I thought you were using that to describe the planet, like as in what type of planet it was or something like that. Okay, so that's where their home base is. Interesting, interesting. I wonder if something's gonna happen with this sort of green area. Because right now there's not a lot of things. We got some moss-covered ruins and things like that. Doesn't seem like there's any area we can expand into, but this might be something that gets something done to it. All right. Weather has become clouds. Like we're high enough to be in the clouds a little bit, and that's how high we are. We can look out and see some of the mountain tops. Is that how tall these trees are growing? I love it. There's a really cool sense of scale to this area. And once again, in a much better way than Razadhan did it. Because what I always thought was a shame of Razadhan is that the entire city is on like a bluff, like a cliff. But you can't actually tell that unless you go to the airship landing and you look out, because otherwise everything feels so contained in the city and there's no views and areas to remind you of how high up you are or look out over the vast terrain or whatever, so... I can imagine giant HR, hell of a planet. Yeah. All right. Oh, we've come back out this way. All right, let's still return. I think we've made the full rounds. Managed to, we did pick up the little Ethernets. But yeah, so this was the unlock for the new planet Auxesia. For cosmic exploration. It's gorgeous. And the music's type. And it's very nice. I look forward to learning more about it and the Voyagers as we keep unlocking this place. And when eventually we do the full unlock and get the sort of the conclusion and the epilogue quests and side quests and stuff like that. Up. Regular rest is recommended. The Vicarious Vacationers here. Does this one have the Vicarious Vacationers program installed? Oh, so it's like these are the Vicarious Vacationers, and this one's just like, I'm also going to be a Vicarious Vacationer. Rest is important. But yeah, we do got a lot of grinding to do if I want to keep up with my gatherer relics. if I want to do the gatherer stuff. Like I said, I've been taking it real slow, so I've just sort of breached into the Oasis levels. obviously, like they make it so that you can like do like you don't have to be on a specific planet. So I can do this farm while I'm on this new planet. But yeah, I'll definitely be popping him out here. Popping out here from time to time and seeing the progress, and maybe actually trying to catch a level up this time around. I didn't end up catching a single level up from the Oasis. So we shall see. It's not integral. You're not really missing out on anything, but it is fun going out there and with the mob. And sometimes you get to see like commanding away in some of the other characters, though. Like I said, it's not really like big lore things or whatever to miss it. Fourth planet has a lot of green zones and they're cool. Oh hell yeah! I'm sure I'll love them. Because like I said, this is one my favorite type of zones are the ones that are green, like cool forests and you know, stuff like this. Very like a fantastical fantasy stuff. Not to say that I can't like the other things as well, but I'm biased and these are my favorite. But yeah, thanks so much to everybody that popped by to say hi and to hang out. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are awesome. And yeah, look forward to what story we'll be getting for this planet next time.